When to breed your female. People that are rushing to go nowhere with their vision and their dogs normally breed their dog second heat, which is not a good thing. People who do not, in my opinion, really care about the welfare of the dog breed in their second heat. Now let's talk about the second heat for a second. The only time a dog potentially could be bred in the second heat is if it comes from a primitive breed. Primitive are dogs that are derived or derivatives or lineage, their ancestors, all those words to describe the same thing, are wolves. Meaning normally they only have one cycle a year. If your dog's healthy, it should have 2 cycles a year. Every 6 months, that dog should be leaking. It's annoying, but it should happen. So when should you breed your dog? Pushing it is the third heat, and that's if the dog is healthy. Realistically, after 2 years, which means it should be on their 4th heat. Your dog needs time to mature, and females are the foundation of every program. Period. Any breed program that exists, females are the foundation of why you exist and how great your dogs are going to be. Don't you find it interesting, if you know anything about pedigrees and dogs, that there are dogs out there that look great but can't outproduce themselves? That's interesting. Because a male, oftentimes, unless he's been line bred or someone really knows what they're doing, adds no fucking value. Other than the fact it might tighten up a little feet or make the head a little bit bigger. But realistically, the look of a dog 9 out of 10 times comes from the female. And it only goes, in my opinion, no, I ain't gonna say my opinion, 50-50, when again, the stud actually has a great pedigree. And there's consistency in the dog's pedigree. But specific to when to breed your female is after the 3rd heat. Most of our dogs, especially the ones that are really great, don't even mature until they're 2+ years old. Your dog needs time, if it's a female, to be able to carry the pups. She needs the organs and developmental system. You are going to do more harm than good if you do not wait till your 3rd, if not 4th heat, which means they should be 2 years old. Our boys normally look the best at 2 and super great at 3. They look good at 4 and 5. The look is set in. But that 2 to 3, that's prime time. Specific to how a dog's look is to set in. So I see a lot of people who push this whole breeding. Now, some of them are chasing money. Some people are chasing look. Some people are racing against the other people that exist that ain't racing against them. But if you want to produce quality dogs, for one, you need to take time to let your dog mature. Let it come into its own. See if it's actually something that you want to recreate, reproduce. Watch its temperament, which is really important. Your dog is your greatest mentor when dealing with dogs. And if you pay attention to your dog, you can learn a lot from your dog. And that's the only reason why I got back into the breeding and dog thing, because I believe there should be 100 Zaras, Mayas, at the time champs in everyone's home. Because everyone who's ever met my dogs are like, Jesus, that dog's amazing. Godly, that dog's amazing. But we got to protect our females. We got to protect the girl dogs because they make and break us. Small story and then I'll be done. Mr. Bean sold, I believe, for $500,000, if not $1 million. Guy who was trying to buy Mr. Beans early on said, why would I pay you $10,000 if I can go over to Ed's yard where Bashard built a lot of his look off of Dax? Why would I pay you 10 if Ed will sell me a female or a dog for 5? He said, Ed don't have a bitch on his yard doing what my girl can do. My homeboy Richard tell you, he got one of the guys he got a dog from. The dude's Frenchie, the girl, is the one who produces and throws them platinums, them lilacs, and all them colors that he sells for 25 racks a piece. The girls are your money, which means you have to protect your girls. And the way to protect them is to make sure that you do not rush their process of becoming grown fucking dogs so that they can actually maintain and have a healthy litter. 9 out of 10 times, if you wait until they're 2 or at least until the 3rd heat, the longevity and quality of the dog's life long term will be much better. They won't have any harsh pregnancy. They need to get familiar with exercise, bones. There's so many things they need to go into. So take your time, people. It's not a race to make a great dog. Great things take time. Don't forget that. Fit Bully TV. I'm going to do more of this shit. so I can help y'all be better breeders and really take care of whatever dog you breed.